I think.
Truth or lie, you decide. Is that the truth, or are you taking us for a ride? Truth or lie, you decide. Did that really happen, or are you being sly? Do you have a tell? Or are you a really good liar? Or are your pants on fire? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, virtually and in isolation, but very still deceptively, your host, Miss Amy Wolf. Do I only have lies for you?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to I Only Have Lies for You, live from my house in Washington Heights. Sadly, not at the Laurie Beachman Theater, where I wish I were instead. That was William T. N. Hall singing me a theme song direct from London, England, where he is quarantined as he is British, and that's how it goes for him. So we're going to see how this goes live here on the Facebook. I'm typing, I'm doing all the stuff. So hopefully it'll work the way it should. Welcome to the show. We're going to do a 30-minute show with our fabulous guests. Everybody's going to tell a story, and then the other two people are going to ask questions, and they're going to guess whether or not it's truth or lie. They don't have to agree, every man for himself, so everybody can, decide on their own if they think the person telling the story is lying or not. And then we will find out if the answer is right, and they'll get points depending on that. And that's how it's going to go. That's it. I hope this is going to work the way I want it to. That's it. I hope there's no echoes. I hope there's no anything, but let's see how it goes. Let's start with our first guest here. Joining me right now, star of Wicked and The Wild Party Off Broadway, it's Julia Marty. I think. Where'd you go?
3, 2, 1. Ha! Hi. There was a countdown. I was very excited.
There was a countdown. Now I'm paused. What's happening?
Oh, you're paused.
I think we're here. Here we're okay. We're good.
Too? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where are we at? Hi. And
Hi.
welcome. She's in New York City, quarantine.
I am.
Very exciting.
It's exciting stuff. It's a thrill.
Next up, we have he's been hosting his own live show, Diva, on Monday nights and some other night. He'll tell me in a second. You should go see him. This is Marty Thomas, and he's coming now. That's just his dream role.
That's just Beyonce.
It's me.
It's me.
Right? That's also from Wicked. It's a musical you both did. So isn't that exciting? Welcome to the program. And finally, if I can get him over here.
You're doing so well, Amy.
I am doing the best I can do.
You were doing.
Last but not least, recently he was seen on Broadway in School of Rock and recently in Penn Show. It's Joel Wagner. 3, 2, 1.
Yay.
There he is.
I'm demure.
You're demure, and
demure.
He's in the Midwest, folks. So that's
not the rural Midwest.
No, we've already discussed that.
Make note.
Rural.
The regular Midwest, not the rural Midwest. I'm trying to get everyone's names up there.
Rural is so hard to say.
I've never detasseled corn. I've never pitched a hoe. Well,
haven't you?
Okay. I don't even know if that's something you can do. Is you can pitch a hoe.
I've never heard of a hoe being pitched.
You could just throw them.
Yeah, what do you do with a hoe, Marty? Do tell me.
Well, you use a hoe to till the land so you can plant, or you chop up weeds when you're gardening with a hoe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Till the Land.
I've never pitched a hoe, but I've hoed a bitch.
Oh, well, that's almost the same thing. All right, so we're going to start right now. I'm going to give the first person their story. It's going to come up in their chat so they know where to look for it. They're going to read their story. The other two people are going to ask questions, and then we're going to guess truth or lie. You can ask whatever you want. I don't care. Nothing sort of off limits. And it's either a true story they told me or something I made up. They don't know what's coming. Got it? Got it? Okay. I'm going to keep score on a whiteboard.
Oh, don't keep score. Good God.
I love it. It's so college dorm room.
I'm terrible at math and games.
Okay. All right. So hopefully you can see the thing. First story. Yeah, it's you.
Yes. I once nearly gave an SNL cast member a heart attack.
When?
What's that?
When?
2006-ish?
And
Did they
which,
come to a show?
What's that?
Julia.
no, I was going to say, which cast member are we speaking of?
Oh, do I have to say the name? Horatio Sands.
Okay. Joel, your question?
Well, that's interesting. Does he have any health problems that you're aware of?
Not that I know of.
I'm just kidding. What
I mean,
show
we're not pals.
did he come see you in a show?
Nope.
Did you just see him on the street?
Mm-hmm. Well, he
And
saw
what-
me.
Oh,
He
I
saw
didn't-
you. And what did you do to cause potential harm?
I just was moving at a pace that I tend to move. And I came around a corner at a pace that I tend to move in. And he didn't see that coming.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I can attest to that for sure. That you move quickly. So hold on. Did you bump into him? Did you?
No, we didn't touch.
How do you know you gave him a heart attack?
Nearly gave him a heart attack.
Okay.
Near.
When did you realize that it was a celebrity that you perhaps?
Instantly. I
Did you
don't know
have-
why, but I did.
Did you have an exchange?
An angry exchange.
Oh, he was like, "Watch where you're going." Everyone, you asked.
It was not really. It was more like you almost gave me a heart attack.
Oh, got it. I believe
Clutching his
that.
chest and
Yeah,
dropping to the ground.
not like a Jessica Vosk like slap situation.
No, no. I didn't even ask my fan base to find out who he was based on small tattoos.
Oh, that's great.
That's so topical.
I'm gonna venture to. Can we guess?
Yeah. You ready?
I'm
Julia? You ready to guess?
Do you need any more,
Yep.
Julia?
No, I'm ready.
I'm gonna go with. I just for some reason I wish there were a buzzer. Be true.
Julia, your vote?
I was going with F for false.
Okay. I can tell you that the story is true.
Wow.
So, Marty, you're going to get a point for fooling Julia. And Joel, you're going to
Filters.
Are there?
That should be like your new album, Fooling Julia. Julia
Fooling
Fooling. Something like that.
Oh, I love that. Trulia, Julia.
I
Yeah,
like
I
it.
came out of my apartment in Chelsea when I was living there. I was doing Wicked at the time, and it was late, and I was going to a nightclub, and I kind of barreled out the door, ready for a good time, and it was a quiet night on 18th Street, and when I barreled out of my door, he clutched his pearls and hit the ground and was like, I swear.
He
almost
fell
gave
to
me a
the
heart
ground.
Yeah, like to his knees. I scared the living shit out of him. Completely unintentional. He was not happy.
Oh wow, Marty, you need to slow down. It occurred to me when you said that you were leaving Wicked that here's you ready for this? Here's my truth or lie that's not on the board. I have never seen Wicked.
Oh, well.
I'm going to say it's a truth because it occurred to you.
Obviously, it's a truth. I have seen. What if I was like, I have seen Wicked? Of course you have. I have not ever seen it in all of its glory. Of course, I
It's
know the
still
score.
there.
I can play it. I know.
Yeah,
Still
well, it
waiting
should
for
be
you.
there. It's still be.
How did you escape it?
Well, that's what I was wondering. You know what I mean? Like the same way I escaped Game of Thrones. I think it just skipped me like Passover.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
I'm even more shocked about Game of Thrones.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
This is America.
I know this is a whole different story, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I just, but I have YouTube Julia like a million times, so I've sort of seen it. But
All right, let's go to the next story. It's Julia.
Okay.
Julia, it's coming for you right now.
Okay. Oh. So, shall I read?
Yeah, you should read it.
before I
because
start
everybody
Yes,
can
I should
see
read it. So
But
everyone sees
yes,
it.
read it.
When I went to see Spelling Bee on Broadway, one of the cast members came into the audience and gave me a hickey during the pandemonium number.
May I go?
Yeah.
so polite.
Was this an original cast member?
Yes.
Who was it?
Am I allowed to say?
Yes.
I said Horatio Sands, so
Well, I don't know. It was JTF, Jesse.
Mhm.
Where
Where-
specifically did you get that hickey?
Jinx.
Well, let's be clear. Hickey is being used for dramatic license. There was, I mean, it was just
Just like nearly given a heart attack. I get it.
right. I mean, it wasn't like I would come home and my mother would be like, "What have you been doing?" You know, it was
Right.
It was a little nonsense.
Are you into gingers?
Sure, why not? And
Did
also,
you-
Fantastic.
in terms of the character, he gave me the hickey in the Pandemonium number. It wasn't meant to be sexy. It was sort of like Coney Bear. Wasn't that his name? Leaf? Coney Bear?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It was like his notion of sexy, but it wasn't like Jesse suddenly became a, whatever.
Is sexy neck sucking that's not meant to be sexy a thing that you and Jesse do? Is that like a language that you share?
No. No.
Did you
It
know
was
each other
just-
prior?
Yes. Did I know him prior? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
That would make
it was,
sense.
It was
'cause I-
definitely. I have never asked him this question, but I don't believe that was ever the choice with anyone else during the
of course.
Pandemonium.
Yeah. Can you imagine like the good old days Broadway before this, where you could just put your mouth on anybody?
Just hashtag me too.
Can you imagine if that's how Cats was?
Yeah.
Are you blind when you're born? Stranger. Just so many germs.
Mamma mia.
Here I go again.
Coming up, Rose.
Way down. Hades town, way down over the ground. Everyone's getting just all of the diseases.
What were you wearing when you got this hickey from Jesse Tyler Ferguson?
What was I wearing?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I don't.
Probably
remember.
something seductive.
I mean, whatever
brought
it
it
wasn't a turtleneck. I mean, I do favor a V,
Mm-hmm.
so I do not remember what I was wearing.
Where did you go after the show?
Where did we go after the show?
I'm just wondering when you realized you had an actual hickey.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I thought you meant, and I'm going to remember because it's going to be the same. I'm pretty sure that we went to the Palm right across the street from
Oh, she's expensive.
Circle and Square.
You know what you know what you do though? You go to the bar and you get a burger. Don't go behind. Get like this.
I feel very confident that we went to the Palm and when I went to the bathroom. But I
have
didn't.
daydreams about the Palm's chocolate cake. Okay, so you went to the bathroom and you saw that you had a hickey on your neck. And did you text or call or let Jesse know, or was he with you?
No, he was with me.
Oh.
He was with me. So it was, one of those, you're washing your hands
Mm-hmm.
for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And
You know what's interesting though is because we all know how this is why this is the game. You're such a good actress. All the pieces are falling into place that would make me be like, this is very true. She even laughed before she read it,
Right.
right? Which means like a good actress would be like, I'm going to make this seem like I've got an inside joke about this.
Yeah. I'm going to question
Then
everything
went
you
in.
tell me from now on if this is not true.
I
So
know.
what do you guess?
See, she's even acting right now like it's. I mean, you guys, what are you doing?
I mean,
True.
I know Jesse, and I know that he would definitely do something like that to her.
Exactly.
And I'm going to say true.
Okay, Joel.
I mean, I want to be ballsy and guess false, just because I think it would be such like a coup.
So you're
So
gonna go.
I'm going to guess false.
Julia, shall I reveal? It
Mary
is.
Hill.
Ah! I
You
knew you were a
You know that
sorcerer.
line? Like, did you read that before you just read it?
No.
No. It's a
Oh,
good
you-
story, though. You want to know why it's a good story? Is because when I went and saw Spelling Bee, Jesse Tyler Ferguson bit me because we used to work together selling T-shirts, and he knew me, and so it's my story that he didn't give me a hickey, but he
What's so funny is I randomly said Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
yeah no he 100% bit me when I went and saw Spelling Bee,
Because-
and my friend sitting next to me went, "Did he just bite you?" And I went, "Yep."
Yes.
So it's
But
my
I learned
story, but I gave it to
I
you.
learned that Julia
So-
cannot be
Julia
trusted.
Murney. She's Julia Murney. She's a sorceress.
Yes.
Julie Marie can't be
Magician.
trusted.
We are not safe.
All right, Joel, coming through
That
for
was
you.
really good.
Story for Joel.
Okay.
I'm watching you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is this eye contact? I found out recently that I'm not great with camera work. Hire me. One of my neighbors frequently harmonizes with me when I sing. I don't know which apartment he is in, but he knows a lot of songs.
Where do you live?
This was not where I'm at now.
Oh.
This was back in the city. So I sent some of these stories to her a little while ago.
Where in the city?
Upper West Side,
What floor do you
107
live on?
Central Park West. I have a little tiny studio, so like I'm between 3 apartments, so we share walls. But my studio is very small.
Is it a big building? I mean, do you see your neighbors?
I do see him when he takes his dog out, and sometimes we have a little exchange because I know he's singing along with me and my students.
What kind of dog does he have?
It's like a little schnauzer, but she's Russian. Her name is Ruja, and she's very mean. So my dog and his dog can't play.
And you know his dog's name? Did you ever say to him, I hear you harmonizing with me?
No, he's also I don't know. He's really cute. But also like, I don't know, it just doesn't work out like that. We haven't really said anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, Julia, questions? No, you're good.
Do you I just want to know, do you recall one of the first songs that where you were like, wait.
Well, the one
That's
that
a
I was
third.
surprised that he knew because he is foreign. He has like an accent. I was surprised that he knew what baking can do because I was doing that with one of my students.
When?
I was like, that's a deep cut. So she must be a foreign queen. She's a secret queen. I mean, he does live with his boyfriend. But the thing is, I do a lot of stuff in that apartment. So if I were gonna like a lot of singing, a lot of playing at all hours. So the reason I don't necessarily talk to him is because like I don't want to start something because he might be like, hey, can you keep it down? Even though he sings along. And I just sort of like my freedom.
Does the dog ever sing along?
No, but the dog is mean.
What
My
kind of a dog is
sings
it?
along to sirens, but the dog is not nice. It's not
What
nice.
kind of a dog is it again?
It's a schnauzer, like a white. If there's such thing as a white schnauzer, is it a Westie? I don't know. It's a schnauzer.
Trying to catch you.
I know, sneakers.
He's so sneaky.
But I mean, come on, we're in New York. Who isn't trying to harmonize a little bit?
That's true.
That is cool.
Hmm.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right. What do you think,
It's a lie.
Julia?
I'm gonna go with lie.
2 lies. Joel, it is.
That was not my best work.
That's a lie.
It was not my best work.
I
knew. You caught me.
You were spinning very fast. You were
Yeah,
spinning
no, it was good. You were
dodgeball.
spinning.
You have panic eyes when you tell lies. You're like, Russian.
Sometimes it depends. That one, for some reason, I was like, oh no, that would never happen to me. Help.
You know. All right, Marty Thomas, here comes your next one, round 2. Sort of round 2. See how many beginners we're on.
I lost control. I think, let me read that again. I lost control while roller skating and ended up pushing Carrie Butler off of the stage.
So this was in Wicked, obviously.
Clearly. It was in my early work in Cats.
So
Off
At
the
what
stage?
point-
Did she hurt herself?
What's that?
Did she hurt herself?
No, there's that little like, did you see Xanadu?
yes.
You know how it, like the wings were really, you could see it?
Yeah.
We didn't have a backstage area because it was all part of the stage. So I pushed her like off that little tiny ledge that goes off stage. There are the 2
Into the wing.
areas here, into the wing, but
So not
everyone
off the
could
lip
see it.
of the stage.
Not off the lip of the stage. She would have died.
Clear. Okay. And at this point in the run, I don't know how far into or toward the beginning or whatever, what was Carrie's reaction? Was she singing at that moment? Was she
She
mid?
was kind of, I mean, like we were in the finale and it was early on in the run, and Carrie is a consummate professional and also the sweetest person on the planet. So she forgave me, but I did push the star of the show off of our little stage in the round. And into the wing while she was on wheels, and she wasn't the most proficient skater early on. She got much better. And I have regrets about that moment. I do.
I just highly doubt that someone of your, dare I say, gayness would ever lose control of themselves roller skating.
You know, I broke both of my ankles doing that show, right?
I see. Okay.
Broadway's dangerous, y'all.
Was
Broadway's
that
dangerous.
roller skating, or was that, you know,
Kind of a combo platter.
Walking the schnauzer, if you know what I mean.
That's the new slang for lying. Are you walking the
He
schnauzer?
was walking the schnauzer.
Are you pulling a Wagner? I'm using that. That's dumb. That's dumb.
And what was the reaction from someone? I mean, someone
was
else on
an
stage,
audible
and
gasp.
there was audience on stage, right?
Yeah, we have audience stage members. We have like a stage manager that was standing right there, and then or all the audience that could like see it, which was, you know, most of the house. And you saw the cast, mostly Mary Testa, all go like gag, because we had just been through James Carpinello's broken leg, and we had had many an injury. And so there was an audible gasp because she went down.
So
She was not hurt.
if I were to Google this injury, would it be Googleable?
I don't think so. I think if Xanadu happened today, it would have been a social media blitz, but we didn't really have it then. We had MySpace and like early Facebook.
Right.
So probably not. You'd see Xanadu injury because there were a lot of them, but not this one because she wasn't hurt.
Hey Siri, text Carrie Butler.
All right, guys, you have a thought? You have a thought?
Go
I
ahead.
think it's a lie.
I'm going to say lie.
You're lying to my face.
I'm going to say lie too.
Two
I
people
think
say-
it's all true, but Carrie Butler.
Two people
She's
say
real.
lie. It is
Ooh.
lie. I remember
It wasn't my lie either. This is hard. When you start to read the lie, you're like, you don't know whether it's truth or lie.
I would say you did a really good job. Well, wait a second.
I just
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Was the whole thing a lie or just like one part of it?
Every ounce of it was a lie.
you broke yourself. I remember when you broke
You did
yourself.
break yourself.
I did break both of my ankles, but I never once.
At the same time.
Carrie was never in my direct path. Thank God.
Both ankles at the same time?
Well, it was kind of a
Like misery?
no, not like Venturi. I should have gone out of the show early on because I had stress fractures, and we didn't have any understudies, and I was just raised on the ilk of rub some dirt on it and put one on for the team, and I learned my lesson. I will never ever do that again because as much as you care for Broadway, it does not care back.
we used to at Wicked, we used to call it the cookie show. Like, no one's giving you a cookie for crawling through this thing busted.
I'll never do it again.
They want you to do it, but no one's giving you a cookie. And if I don't get a cookie, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's true.
I enjoy that. The cookie show.
I love cookies.
I had the same version of the cookie show, except I would put cookies in my costume and just
Totally
the
different.
ensemble.
Excellent.
I wasn't eating anything during Xanadu, so cookies, please.
Oh, that's
All
right.
right.
Your outfits were
Skip
like
me.
excessive.
Little
Yeah.
to none. All right, Julie Murney, next story coming through for you.
Yes. A very famous rock star caught me in my dressing room as I was clutching my boobs.
When?
It was probably about 2008 or 9.
Where were you?
I was at the Minskoff, where we were doing a benefit for the Actors Fund.
Now
And-
that is a nice deep cut. Good job.
It was all the music of Frank Lesser. And fun fact, Sir Paul McCartney owns the Frank Lesser catalog,
Really?
and he asked to perform with us yokels. And so he was there and we all wanted to meet him, but he had people around him and nobody knew exactly what was proper. And I was in a dressing room with a few other women, down a hallway, and he was at the end of the hallway, and I was wearing this dress, like a strapless dress that I borrowed from a friend, this gown, this beautiful gown. And I said to the women in the dressing room, the door was open, the concert was like happening. And I was like, you guys, my boobs itch. This dress makes my boobs itch. And then I was all like, hey, what if I said, hey, Sir Paul, my boobs itch? And I turned around and he's standing in the doorway. And I have my hands on my boobs like this. And I went, well, you needed to know that. And he went, I liked it.
Who else was in your dressing room?
Anna Gasteyer, Lauren Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nia Vardalos from My Big Fat Greek, whatever that movie was called.
Yes.
And then we took a picture. I said, listen.
Did you put your top back on?
No, my top was on. My dress was on. It was just the material was itching me. And so then I said to him after he said, I liked it. I said, okay, I have to tell you something because you're standing here. I was in a musical on Broadway called Lennon about John, which he did not come to see. And at one point in the musical, I played you. And I played you because the director said that I have your eyes. And he said, and I want them back.
And he said, you also have my boobs.
I know. And it was a moment.
That's amazing.
It was a moment.
So you eventually put your hands down.
And then we took a picture. I mean, I had the gown on. I was dressed.
Hey, Siri, call Paul McCartney.
It's Sir Paul to his friends. Thank you.
Yeah, Siri will be like, which one? Interesting. I mean, I like the deep cuts. The Actors Fund and the deep cuts.
It was both.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What music catalog would you... I'm actually just curious. This is a tangent. What music catalog would you buy?
The Beatles, right?
What?
The Beatles. That's the answer. Like everybody sings
right.
that shit.
I guess you're
I
right.
mean,
He doesn't know that anymore.
At this point, I'd probably say I'd buy Stephen Schwartz's catalog.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd buy Alanis Morissette's catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I would, yeah. I mean,
Or Garth Brooks' catalog. He's written for everyone.
Oh, that's true.
Sia.
oh, no.
I would
You
buy-
know whose catalog you buy? Mariah Carey's. Because
Oh, yeah.
Christmas.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
I
true.
would buy Diane Warren's, the power ballads.
True.
Yeah.
I would buy Lady Gaga's or Pink's.
Oh, also
Yes.
good choices. But more importantly, is Julia telling the truth?
More importantly,
She's a
hey, mate,
I
we got a whole spin-off going here.
I know, right? Whose catalog would you buy?
I think it's true.
True, Marty?
True.
True. Julia, it's...
True. I wish I could show you the picture.
Is it on BroadwayWorld.com?
I don't know. It's on my computer, but I'm on my computer.
Well, put it on Facebook or Instagram later.
Yeah.
It was
share it later.
amazing. Okay, I'll put it up. I'll put it up on Instagram. It was so cool. And then, if I may, he was so nice when I said, so I told him about the director saying, I have your eyes. And he did say, I want them back. And then I was like, listen, can we take a picture since you're here? And you know my boobs itch and I was in Lennon. And he was so nice. And he took a picture. His handler dude, I was his manager, I'm not sure, took our picture. He was so
There it
sweet.
is. I found it.
You did?
Yeah.
And he walked away. And then in the room, Nia Vardalos goes, do you think you would take a picture with me? And I'm like, and I go back in the hall. I said, hey, Sir Paul, would you come back in and take a picture? I wanted to say with Oscar nominee Nia Vardalos. And he did. And he came in, he chatted with us for a little while. I was beside myself.
That's amazing.
You look
Because we
very
did not
sexy.
get to meet a Beatle when I did Lennon. We thought sure we'd get to meet Ringo or Paul, and we didn't. And there he was, and it was a big deal.
I feel like that's a relic. Like that's like a true once in a lifetime. You're blessed now. You've had Moonwater. You've
I have, and he said, and in those benefits, some people watch other people sing, and some people are just yammering. You've never seen the entire cast of A Benefit in the wings, like when he did his number. He sang
Yeah.
Slow Boat to China.
Wow.
Weird.
That's a
Yep.
choice. I like it. Wish
Yep.
I'd seen that.
Deep
I
cut.
really, we're going to do
That's
one
with that
more.
accent,
I
too.
really want to try to keep, because these could go on for hours, but I'm going to do one more. It's Joel's coming
Yeah,
your way,
thanks.
Joel.
Right, here we go. Watch
Here
me,
we go, Joel.
Hunter.
There's a story. You have to tell it.
Now I'm on nerve. I was hanging from a cable in the catwalk as the stage manager yelled, "Abort!"
Abort what?
The ship?
The whole thing. The whole thing. I shouldn't be up there. No. Just abort. Just the whole thing. No, I
What
was.
show were you doing? What were you
Be
doing?
more chill.
Oh. And was this in performance?
This was
Or-
a performance. This was my first time going on in the middle of the show.
Who are you on for?
Jason Sweettooth. That's the only person I covered in that show.
Oh.
And
Okay.
did the show stop? What happened?
No.
It wasn't about the show.
It was a general.
I was in the parking lot. I mean, I was just hanging from a cord and they just abort. No, there's a scene in the show where, have you seen this? Did you see Be More Chill?
Mhm.
Where two cell phones come down from the catwalks, and I'm sitting in one attached to two cables. And when we were up there, I was sitting in the cell phone, and I hadn't gone on before. So I had one cable hooked into my costume, and then I looked to the other side, and they had not made a hole for the clip yet. And so I'm like sort of not dangling from this cord, but I couldn't put this other
Oh,
one
they hadn't made a hole in your costume.
Yes, they hadn't made a hole in my costume yet to put the
I see.
carabiner in. So I look at him, I'm like, there's no hole. And he tries to rip my costume open and it won't rip, oddly.
It was well made.
And then I look at the stage manager, she goes, abort. We're aborting. Abort, get him down, get George. And George Salazar was in the other one. And so we had to get out of the cell phones, go across the catwalk down, and then just run in and dance the scene instead.
And what happened during the
What?
time that what occurred from abort to you getting on stage?
I unhooked the carabiner.
What happened on stage?
On stage is a number called the Smartphone Hour, and they are dancing and going crazy. Tiffany Mann, who's incredible, is leading the show. Everyone's in pajamas. I'm in a giant kimono with feathers and two huge slippers with tigers on them, a giant hat. I mean, and I think I have like what do you call it? A onesie that says like naughty on it, and they have like a bridge, and I had to step off of the bridge. Well, they had to bring me up, load the bridge, bring me down, unclip me. I walked all the way down. It's like 1,000,000 degrees, as you know. I'm sure you've been up there 1,000,000 times. And then I raced down, and the other stage manager, the ASM, was down there, and he was like, "Don't go on. You don't have enough time." And I go, "I'm about to make. I see where I'm supposed to go." And it was my first performance, and I was like, "I'm doing it." So I just ran on stage and flailed and joined and so did George. It ended up being fine. You know, when you're a firefighter swing and you just have to jump in whenever it happens. It was 5 months in, and I hadn't done the role once. So I was like, game.
And that was the only role you covered.
It was the only role I covered.
Marty has judgment. I see it.
Yeah, I think every time I run into you in the future, whether this is a truth or a lie, I'm just going to point at you and say abort. But
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
walking the schnauzer with that one.
You're walking the schnauzer.
You're walking the
Yeah. This is I'm walking the schnauzer here, but I'm skeptical of this story.
Why?
Because the point of the show is to fool people.
Yeah, because it's a sketchy story, is what it is.
What's the point? Okay.
Listen, I will tell you this. I will tell you this right now. Never in my life would I imagine ever this happening to me.
Oh,
could literally never have said, like, Joel, one day you're going to be in a Broadway show and you're going to be wearing huge gay pajamas. That much I could have guessed. But then you're going to be in the catwalks dangling and someone's going to say, abort, abort. Like terror. True
Broadway dream.
nightmare.
Marty's still like,
First of all, how rare is it that you actually fly in a show, period?
Well, for
You know
Julia,
what I
it's
mean?
not
not
that rare.
really, really does it all the time.
Julia's like, how rare? I mean, it's part of my contract.
Right.
She's like, between the
And I
lines, I asked them to like bring me in Mary Poppins style.
Slide in. Slide that shit in. I only had one no-fly show though, so that wasn't bad for a year and a half.
That's funny though. It's like, well, you know, if you hire Julia, you know, you got to fly her, so you got to think about that.
You got to bring Foy in. It's a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, even for
Um,
readings now, it's a lot
yes.
more. It's a lot. It requires a lot of work.
Even
All right, so
for
Marty,
for
Marty,
for
you're sticking to
Thomas's
fly.
Diva shows, I have to fly.
It is. What's that? What'd you say?
For your diva shows, I have to fly or at least stand on a chair.
Yeah, there's got to be flight space for Julia.
Height. Gotta have height. Height.
I
right.
call lie.
Marty calls lie. Julia says,
I'm gonna say truth because I feel I look for the best in people.
And
All
is that
right.
a coffee filter you keep picking up, Joel?
Yeah, I had my Cheez-Its in them, and now they're gone.
Okay.
It's a great
Oh,
plate.
you gotta
idea.
fill those
We'll
back
dispose of it.
all right, so Joel Wagner, the answer is true.
Totally true. Yep.
Wow.
There was the day before the Tony Awards, June whatever 8th, 2000.
And you went on mid-show?
mid-show. Well, yes, I went on in the middle of Act 1, towards the end of Act 1,
That's
and that
still
number was in
mid-show,
Act
yeah.
2. Yeah.
Oy.
Poor guy, he tore his calf muscle and he ended up being out for over a month. And so I took over the role and actually got to I took over the role and I was in the playbill and I got to say I was a principal
Oh.
role. So it was really ended up being, you know, helpful for me in my career, and
Well,
he's fine now.
Above the title.
Right.
I mean, shit.
You just go
I
up with a
know.
Sharpie.
And
Just
now
write
I'm
Joel Wagner.
flown in exclusively.
An advantageous injury.
Guys, we hit our time limit. I was trying not to go over 7 minutes over, but we're gonna do it. The winner by 1 point because of that last story is Joel Wagner. You pulled it out, Joel.
Oh my God, I never win anything.
Abort! Abort!
You're walking the schnauzer.
Walking the
dude.
schnauzer.
This is fun. This is like real life.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you had fun. I'm gonna make them all go away. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
Bye,
Bye, Joel
everybody.
and Marty and Julia
What do I
and
get?
all
What do
those
we get?
people. Hi, everybody. I hope you had a good time. Please donate some money to Broadway Cares. They're awesome, and I tried to make it so you would see a box, and it didn't really work, but it should now. So if you can, please donate some money to Broadway Cares. They're the best people. And if you liked this, maybe we'll do it again in 2 weeks. I hope you did. I hope you liked it. Thanks. Have a good night.